Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate an integration between WS1 Intelligence and Horizon on-premises. What's particularly interesting and unique to this integration is two different adaptations to WS1 Intelligence custom connectors. One, we're leveraging Postman webhooks in order to provide more sophisticated REST API calls against the Horizon environment. And two, we're leveraging Unified Access Gateway as a reverse web proxy in order to make the REST API on these internal connection servers available to Postman. So let's jump into the demo. So here you'll see a typical VDI session that's already established and connected. Nothing interesting or unique to it. Now I'm going to navigate to the intelligence console and select the custom connector that's been created for Horizon. And I'm going to navigate to the action for disconnecting a Horizon session and click the test button. After populating this username variable for testing purposes, you're going to see that almost immediately within the virtual desktop, we have a message sent. And in a couple more seconds, we're going to see an actual disconnect of that session. And that was all coming from the Postman cloud as a result of a call to a webhook URL that's made by the custom connector, which in turn triggered an entire collection to run against the Horizon environment. And I'm going to demonstrate that again using a slightly different action, this time around the Horizon logoff. Again, I'm going to click the test button. And once again, almost immediately, we're going to see that we get a message on the virtual desktop. Except this time around, instead of getting a disconnect in a couple seconds, we're going to get an actual log off. And we can confirm that that log off completed by navigating back to the Horizon console and seeing that the status of the VDI session has changed from connected to available as a result of the successful log off. And here we can kind of see some of the details of this collection that was triggered by this webhook URL. You can see some of the JavaScript that's associated with these different calls, which all kind of build upon each other and lead to the final two more exciting calls of sending a message to the user, giving them a heads up and a warning, and finally logging them off. And another interesting feature are the monitors that are associated with this collection that's triggered by the webhook. We get sort of a paper trail of what's gone on in terms of this webhook execution and calls made by this collection. We get kind of play-by-play action in terms of the REST API calls, and we even have a console log that we can dig into to get more details should we have to do some troubleshooting or want to get more into the weeds on what's just occurred. So that's a demonstration in a nutshell. Once again, it's two unique adaptations to a typical custom connector implementation. We're using Postman webhooks in order to provide more sophisticated REST API calls. And we're using Unified Access Gateway as a reverse web proxy in order to make the REST API and the internal connection servers available to the outside world. In a future demo, I'm going to show all of this at work in a more kind of elaborate setup where we have a pre-configured intelligence automation triggering this whole process. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for your time.